Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today I need your help. I'm trying to decide one of my early 2024 trips, and I need help decide if we should go and film a lot of videos in Germany or a lot of videos in France, because those are two places we have a lot of fans from, but we need to get some more videos out there because some have gotten a little bit older, and I really want to be able to help out some of the more popular tourist destinations with new content, because I know there's a lot of those vertical videos giving you a little bit of taste of places, but you need more information. And I want to make sure we're giving information for you. Now, the thing is, even if you vote for one or you choose for one, the other one I'll still get to probably later in 2024, but I'm specifically looking for a winter trip, looking at kind of 2 or 3 different versions of what we should do. And I know some people are always about Germany and some people are about, a little bit about France and all kinds of stuff. So I just want to get your kind of opinions. I do have a few itineraries I want to show people, because some aren't just staying in France. Some aren't just staying in Germany. Some are actually going and showing different things. So I just kind of want to get your input, because that's one thing I've seen over the years, that our fans, our fellow travelers, have been very good at helping us pick out wonderful destinations to go to. So, Bill, good to see you. Barry and Peter, nice to see you too. Michael, always a pleasure. The pharmacist as well. Lori, good to see you, Lori. Hey, I never got a... No, this is one of those things. I have about 45 minutes, so I have to go pick up Liam. He was at a Boy Scout camp, so he's enjoyed 2 nights in a 3-wall cabin. So yeah, I was like, I'm not a big camping person. Here's why you haven't seen the don'ts of camping from Walter's World. But I just want to kind of go through a few things to kind of see, because I do have already trips planned for going to Bavaria, Austria. I also have trips planned for going to kind of like the middle east of France and Paris again. So I do have those trips already kind of signed up. And I already know I'm going to be back in Berlin next summer filming. So I do have some things, but I had a few kind of trips I wanted to kind of put in there. I know a lot of you are going to have other ideas aside from, like I see one for the Faroe Islands, and Nuremberg. I will be in Nuremberg filming this winter as well during the Christmas season to get some stuff there, Rob. So there'll be some fun things there. I like Christopher. The only reason I'd want France to be first is because of the Olympics. That actually is one of the things I'm doing. I'm actually going to be going to Paris and filming a bunch of videos to help people that are going to be going there, because the Olympics are in Paris late July, early August. So I will be there in April and May of this year, filming in Paris to get some stuff ready, like, what are things you should look out for. So there will be some Olympics specific videos I will be making that'll help for the Olympic people. So we'll be that. So we'll have a good time. No, Chris, I will not be at the opening ceremony. So I don't have the money to go. Wow, the prices for the Olympics are a lot. Like, I have a few videos on how to get the most out of going to see events when you're traveling. And Olympics are cool to go to, but sometimes it's just so expensive. People are flying into Madrid and Frankfurt and then just taking the train or renting a car to go to Paris, because the flights have gone up so much during the Olympic time. So do be aware of that. So I kind of have a few ideas about what I want to do, or like some things I want to kind of show you. Before I get started, though, before I get too far along, I wanted to, kind of show people what the options I have are, and just trying to get some of these ready. Now, I just did like a Google Maps kind of thing to show you some of the examples and give you kind of the things we'd be looking for, because I really want to put it out there, because this is one thing I think it's really important for our fans, our fellow travelers, to choose, because this is a trip where there's different trips I go on. There's ones we go as a whole family, so it's really about enjoying the sites, and I do happen to make videos. This is one of those ones where I'm specifically want to go make videos to help people these destinations. And pretty much everywhere that's on these lists, I've been there before. Some we have videos from 10 years ago. Sometimes, no. I love my computer decides I want to do an update right now. So hopefully we're still online because I want to go there. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to open up one of them. Let's see. Screen layout, share the screen. Hold on. Sorry. You know how they always switch these things around. I love how I'm always like, hold on, let me get this. Let me get that. All right. So, sure. Boom. Okay. Let me shrink this one down. I don't want to show that. I like how when you put things on here, Google's like, no, you will see what we want you to see. We will not show you the map that we actually want to show you. So I apologize for that one. So hold on. Anyway, here I'll give you a rough idea here. So here's one. One of the things I'm looking at. This is one. It's got a little bit of the Netherlands, but we're focusing more on the northern part of Germany. This is a place where I spent a lot of time. I actually had a girlfriend from here in Bremen. We dated for a long time, so I've been there many times. Hamburg, I've taken students to. Hanover, I have really good friends that are there. But this one, basically, flying into Amsterdam, going to Amsterdam, then coming down. And basically what you'd see is we'd be going to, down here, you can't see, there's Dusseldorf, very popular city for their dark beer. Going there. Then we go to Cologne and Bonn and film there. Then we'd head up to Hanover to see some friends there. Now, when I'm at these places, I'd probably also be doing, a day trip or something, like maybe going to Celle, which is a nice little town here. Maybe going to Lüneburg, like maybe going to Lübeck up in Hamburg. So going to here, then down to Bremen, over to Groningen in the Netherlands, and coming back to Amsterdam. So that's one of the options that I'm looking at. And that's one I know I can do pretty easily, because looking at the train, I wouldn't be spending a lot of time in the train. So I really could get to the destinations, get to the filming, get to the, I've done the research. Like, I know these places, I know all these places very well. And it's like, let's get some updates. So that's one option I have. That for me, that is the easiest one for me to do. I won't lie to you. This is one I could literally go right now and do the don'ts, mistakes, shocks, foods. Like, I know those. And that's why I'm like, well, there's not a lot of videos. I mean, there's not on Amsterdam, but there's not a lot of these other places, especially in northern Germany, but people do tend to go there. But it's like, wait, let's get some good videos out there to help people really enjoy that part of Germany if they go there. So that's one there. Now, the next one I'm looking at, this is one. This is the really France-based one. Okay, so the France-based one, flying in out of Paris, just because that's an easier one to do. Or I might fly out of the south, like in Nice. Okay, depends. But this one, we'd be flying into Paris, have Paris for a bit, then get stuff ready for the Olympics even farther ahead, because there's the stuff I'm going to be filming in Paris next summer, late spring, summer, which is really going to be like summer in Paris kind of stuff. Then there's the hey, you're going to go videos. We have Paris. Then we'd be going down here to Lyon. Lyon is the second largest city in France. I have not been there for I haven't been there since Mike Tyson bit off Evander Holyfield's ear. Okay, that's how long ago it's been since I've been to Lyon. So I need to get back there. But on the way, I'll probably stop in Dijon on the way to get another city when we're there. Then the next step will be going to Grenoble, another beautiful city. Actually, fun fact, I almost went to my master's there. Then from Grenoble, I'm going down to Provence, and so I'll be going to Aix-en-Provence and probably Marseille as well down here. And then from there to Montpellier, over to Toulouse, because I want to see the science center there. It's fantastic. Then on my way up, stopping in Limoges, and then back up to Paris. So that's the France one, like that. And that will be getting a lot of other France, because if you look at our France stuff, or French videos, we have stuff in Bordeaux, we've got stuff up in here in Normandy, we've got a bunch of stuff over here, Strasbourg, Colmar, we got a bunch of stuff over here. So that's one option there. Okay, now there's another one. If we're like, you know what, Mark, I want to get more countries out there. Okay, and so then the next one is actually going. Is it still? Oh, it didn't show. I'm sorry, it did not show the other thing. Hold on, let me show you the. Sorry, I have to show. That's not the slides. Let me show you the. Where is it? Paris. Here's the Paris. Sorry, I apologize. Here's the Paris to Paris one I was talking about. Flying into Paris, flying to Paris, then going down to Lyon. Okay, and the second largest city in France, going down there for that. Then going up into the Alps and going to Grenoble. Okay, and Grenoble, that's actually a place, like I said, fun fact, I almost did my master's there. So there's Grenoble there. Then we'd be heading down to Aix-en-Provence down here in Marseille. So we get those down there. Montpellier on the way, because I was supposed to go to Montpellier this summer. However, there was a strike, so I couldn't get down there. Shocking, I know. Then from there to Toulouse, and then up to Limoges, and then up to Paris. So that's another one. So that's the France one that's out there. I don't know how people are looking at the prices. This is one. This would be a trip mostly just me. So this would be a little bit more affordable than all four of us going, because the kids would be back in school, so they might be in part of it, but not all of it. This is about me making videos that are going to help my fellow travelers. Like, I want to put stuff out that's going to be helping people. Like, if you noticed our videos lately, I've had, there's been a bunch of day trip things. There's been healthy travel. It's like these little tips. maybe they're not going to be million view videos, but they're ones that people that are going to go there are really going to help. Like I know my Don't to Limoges is not going to get 1 million views. However, for those travelers who go in there, it's not where the Instagrammers go. So it's not going to be overrun with like Instagram shots and Instagram like tiny tips. This is stuff that people are going to go there. It's going to give you a lot of information. Okay. South of France, Tyler, in the winter is fine. We've actually spent Christmas down there a couple times. It's chilly. It's not freezing, but it's not warm. So, but when we were in Nice, there were people. Nice at Christmas, no joke. It's like the 27th of December. There were still people from Northern Europe that were on the beaches. So there's that. Next up. Okay, next one up. This one combining France and a little bit of Italy, because sometimes those are other things we're looking at, because we do have. I mean, Italy is one of those countries we have a lot of content already, but that's the one when people talk to us, they meet us when we travel. One of the biggest things they say is like, "Oh yeah, your Italy and Ireland videos. Those are two ones people come up to." I never get no one ever says we enjoy your Germany videos. Okay, though by the view counts they do watch them, but no one ever says I enjoy your Germany videos. No, not those. The Germany, the France ones we get set sometimes, but Italy and Ireland are the two big ones. So let's see. Let's next share the screen. Let's go to the next one. Share screen. Paris to Venice. Share. See if it's actually showing up this time. All right. So this is the next one. This one is one of those. This is how I usually do my trips. I fly into one city and then I fly out of another one, and I spend out the double back. So this one, we're going to be flying into Paris. Okay, this one's very similar to the start of the France exclusive video travel. So this one, we're flying into Paris. Then we're doing the Dijon is here, so we go into Dijon, then down to Lyon and Grenoble, and then popping up to Geneva in Switzerland, because I haven't been to Geneva, so that'd actually be a new place. From Geneva, go down to Turin, because Torino is a very popular place, and it would be winter time, so that's when it's very popular. So the skiing stuff that would be there. Pass through Milan on our way to Venice. Of course, see our buddies Vicenza, get some new Venice content out there. So that's the France, Italy one I was looking at doing. Okay. So trying to give you, I'm just going through all these. We'll go through the questions, comments, but I just want to kind of put the ideas out there, because I'm going to actually have a voting thing up here in the community tab here later today, where you can go and vote which one you're going to do, because we're going to go off that. We're going to vote on this and Facebook and Twitter, just to get an idea what people would like, because this way I can, get a better feel what people want, because I've been making a lot of videos. Like we did a bunch of stuff, and I filmed a bunch of stuff in Spain this summer. So in the springtime, you're going to see Barcelona, Cordoba, Sevilla, Granada. You're going to see a ton of Spanish content coming for us. Also a ton of stuff for Greece coming out. I do have an entire series on Israel that we filmed in Israel this summer. Obviously, with the war going on, we are not going to be putting those out for some time. But that was our plan for this fall, was to put out all of our Israel content. That will be pushed off for the foreseeable future. I will say I thought they're some of our best videos we've done, really help people for traveling there. But right now, obviously, we can't do that. So we're looking at other things, but we really want to help people kind of. So there's that. Let's see. So there's this one, and then do I have any more? There's another. Yeah, those are the main ones that were out there. Okay, so let's. So if you think about it, so you got the Germany one, there's the Northern Germany one, which is Amsterdam to Dusseldorf, Cologne, Hanover, Hamburg, Bremen, Groningen, back in Amsterdam or in the Netherlands and back. Then there's the France one, which is Paris to Lyon to Grenoble, Aix-en-Provence, Toulouse, and then back up to Paris, basically. So there's that. So we have one of those there. I see people like, oh, flying to Munich. I'm already going to Munich. Munich's already taken care of. Munich, Berlin, Dresden, those are already taken care of. I've got those trips already planned. I'm just looking for something I can kind of put together that are relatively easy for me to do in terms of the amount of time in trains getting around, because I want to be able to do more of the, because we have a don'ts of British trains coming out. December 2nd, we have the don'ts of European trains coming out. But or Italy, like a lot of our don'ts of train travel video, people have really, they've done pretty well, like in views. I mean, they're not like crazy good, but they've done well. But I've seen in the comments, those are the videos people are like, thank you for helping me understand the trains. So I'm going to be doing this in all the different countries. So there'll be a don'ts of German trains, don'ts of Austrian trains, don'ts of French trains, because I'll be there this next summer anyway, regardless who wins on this. I have a don'ts of the British trains coming out just to kind of help people, because I've seen now with our videos, we have all these contents for destinations, right? And when people are like, well, some of these videos are older. Yeah, but the content, the museums, the culture, those things haven't changed so much. So they're still very helpful. So now I'm trying to find the things that are going to be really helpful for travelers. And some videos, like on our Walter's World Shorts channel, like we started putting out, like hotel review videos. We put out, Jocelyn has, like, she was on the ferry from Wales to the UK or Wales to Ireland. What's it like? Like, we're putting stuff out on there to be more helping people, answering their question kind of stuff. And not all it can fit on the main channel, like Walter's World. So we're putting on Walter's World Shorts. The food content, if you didn't know, Walter's World Eats, that is moving. That's where all the food videos go now. Like today there was Jocelyn's video. She explained the difference between high tea and afternoon tea when she was in Bath, England. Last week we were on food in Baltimore. Week before that was traditional French food. So we're trying to do those things. Turkey is on the list. That's one these trips are ones that are specifically what I'm looking for, because I already have a lot of other trips already planned. Like Istanbul's already in the books to go there next year, so that's not really a problem. So those are things that are there. Yeah, so like while we're talking right now, I'm actually going to type up the quiz, so you all can go there. You all can go there and vote while we're watching. Because I'm going to go through a few other things. I want to talk about some things here with travel, what's going on, what people need to look out for, for the next year or so. Because right now is the complete lull of travel. Like, no one is thinking about traveling, especially when you got two wars going on. Well, there's more wars. The world's just not a good place right now. It's just crazy. And, so no one's really thinking about travel, but people will be traveling again, but just in general, usually falls at very low time. So I wanted to give people some ideas to think about when they're traveling, what to think about when they start planning for travels next year, what's going to be out there. Cause the last couple summers, travel has been insane, like, price has been crazy for flights. Price has been crazy for hotels. Airbnbs have been apartment rentals have been insanely overpriced, but people paid it because, like, I spent 2 years not traveling. 3, I'm going. And we're starting to see that pullback. Airlines have said we're expecting prices to come down. Hotel chains, Airbnbs, look online. I mean, there's people using my videos about why people don't like Airbnbs in their videos about why Airbnbs are starting to fail, like, because you're starting to have this pullback. Right. And so price will come back, but I think people are still going to travel, but they're going to travel a little bit different, I think, next summer. They won't be as long. They're not going to be okay with getting overcharged. You're going to see a lot more travelers that are going to be really pissed off because before it's like, I don't care, take my money. Now it's like, hey, don't rip me off. And they're going to be more mad. So I don't think we're going to have, like the super I think there's still going to be a lot of videos of people, like, getting upset on the trains, planes, and automobiles. Let's put it that way. Okay. So that is one thing. Hold on. Let me get to writing the community tab here. The poll. Let's see. Oh, I can do an image poll. So hold on. So we'll call it which trip. What should we call this? Which filming trip would you like us to go on? Let's see, text poll. Let's say France with Lyon, Grenoble, Marseille, Toulouse, Limoges. We've got Germany, where we've got Cologne. Sorry. Can you tell one of those people that types and does this at the same time? Bonn, Dusseldorf, Hanover, Hamburg, Bremen. And then we'll call this the France, Italy one, where we've got Lyon, Grenoble. Then we'll put Geneva in there. Then we'll put Turin, and we'll put Milan, and we'll put Venice. Okay. Which one do I have to go on? All right. See, now you see how the magic works. There you go. Now it's up. If you go to the community tab, it'll be up in the community tab to see. So yeah, hey, you can hit the like button. I'm just here because I'm here. Jocelyn is hanging out with Caleb today. They're having a Mother Sunday, so they're spending some time together. We had some father son time yesterday. Liam is coming back from a Boy Scouts trip. He was camping all weekend, so I'm here with myself, and I'm lonely. I'm trying to figure out what my first big trip of the year is going to be. So I thought this would be a good way to ask you what's there. Rob, I'm going to be doing the Christmas markets this Christmas time, Rob. So I'll be there. I'll be there. I'm staying in Bamberg, but I'm probably going to do a day over in Nuremberg again, just because I like going down. I know it's totally packed and crazy during the Christmas markets, but it'll be during the week. So I'll probably stop in there. I'll be with my mom and dad when I'm there. So that's one of those days. I think my dad may just chill out at the hotel, and I'll take my mom down there for the day. So have a nice time. We have some friends that live in Nuremberg as well, so I'd like to see them too. My buddy Steve, I haven't seen him for a few years, so I want to see that. Yeah, so Ralph makes a good point. Airfare has been dropping like crazy. We booked Chicago to Bologna next spring, 5 weeks for 5. Yeah, and it's even lower now. Exactly. So this is what we're talking about. Like that's why I'm looking now. I'm like, because I wait till the end of the year to start booking my tickets for like next summer because I have a better idea where we're going to go. And I'm like, you know what? Right now, where the prices where they are, I think it's best because I pay for everything. If you all don't know this, like I don't get comp for anything. All the hotels we pay for, all the restaurants we pay for, all the airlines we pay for, all the train tickets we pay for. I pay for everything. You know, like there's other people that everything gets comp for them. So of course, that's why they say this is the greatest thing ever. We pay it all on our own. So I can tell you this place sucks. This place is cool. And I don't have any guilt when I say it because no one gave me anything. And that's one of those things I hope you appreciate. That's one of the things we really try to do because this is me off my, Walter's World does pay a lot, like to pay for the trips, but like I have a day job. So I use this so I can kind of show what family life is. And if you can travel and do these things too, like that's one of the things I really focus on. So Harry, how do I do it? All summer I'm gone. All summer I travel. Like I don't take time off. This fall is actually the most time I've taken off of travel. I just traveled around the U.S., so I guess that's not really taking time off. This fall I've really tried to like get in better shape. Like I've lost about 60 pounds since July. Obviously we still need to lose another 60 or so, but working on that. But now that I'm looking at 2024, some of the things I'm almost guarantee we're going to be in Germany and France for other trips already. But my thing is I want to let's get more places in that country so people can have stuff. So what I've seen is when people plan their trips, usually they spend a lot of time in one country. And if they I like your videos on this part of the country, but I don't have anything on the other part of the country, I want to make sure I have that. That's why you'll notice I'm hitting some place I don't have any videos or any recent videos for the Germany ones. And there's some in France. I've been to these places, but I don't have any videos from there because it was like either before or I wasn't filming at the time, or it's one of the trips I was on. I'm like, I can't film anymore. I just want to chill, relax, and eat some croissants, which does happen. So we kind of look at that. Oh, Nicholas went to Venegoda. Thank you. Yeah, like that's just it. Like going to those Venegodas. For you guys know, that's in the Harz Mountains. It's a beautiful part of Germany. We were determining where we're going to go back to the Harz Mountains for the Christmas markets again this year, or instead we're going to Innsbruck, Salzburg, and Feldkirch, I think in Austria. Then we've got Munich and Bamberg. We're saying those. We'll probably do a day trip Nuremberg. That's our Christmas market one we're going to do because usually we'll do like a Berlin Venegoda put together thing. But I'm going to be in Berlin this next May filming. So I was like, well, maybe I'll hit Venegoda on the way to try to see things. So thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. Go to the Bavarian Forest. For those who know, like Bavarian Forest, hiking the Black Forest, if you're going on the other side of the western part of Germany, it's really nice. I mean, that's what I love. Like there's some Instagram TikToks I really like when they point about like the German Wandern culture. Wandern is like wandering through the mountains and hiking, and it's more than hiking, it's Wandern. Like they're crazy about it. So there's that. Yeah, so Istanbul, don't worry, Ahmad. Istanbul is going to be either also in January or it's going to be in May. So we'll have that. That's one. When that one comes out, I don't know if that was going to come out. Depends when I film it, because I film in January. It's going to come out before the tourist season comes. So I film it like in May. Then it would, by the time it get edited, it'll be like August. I got to see how it is when people go. So it's on there. Don't worry, my friend. Hobson. Any secrets for weight loss except for trading a bunny outfit? Yeah, bunny outfit, man, that was hot. Like I was melting in that when I was filming that. That was a Halloween thing on our shorts channel. If you want to check that one out on, or look on our Instagram channel and look at some it was for the gym I go to. Actually following the diet. I've always for those of you who know, I actually work out a lot. It doesn't look like it, but I do work out a lot. Even when I'm super fat, I still work out a lot, and I just never lost weight. And then I really went hardcore on a diet, like a relatively one I can follow, and that's really helped out. I've plateaued recently. It's like, oh no, let's keep going. But that's how it kind of works in dieting, as we all know. Let's see. Where in Germany is a good place to take tween boys? Nicola, when are you going to be going? Berlin's a cool city anyway, so there's like enough cool stuff for them to see and do there. Munich's good. I wouldn't do like Hamburg or Hanover. I wouldn't do northwest Germany. I wouldn't do the western central part of Germany. I would do like Bavaria because there's some good hikes and stuff you can do there. Like there's bike tours. Your kids, I'm gonna guess your kids can ride bikes. You can do bike tours like in Munich and stuff, so that could be fun. But make sure you go for a family-friendly one. I don't know, the Harz Mountains. If you went out, there's some cool stuff there, like the steam train, and then go hike into the mountains. Because that's one thing we've seen over the years. Like when our kids were like, we still have one that's a tween, but the other one's 17. Like we have a 12-year-old and 17. And when it's outdoor stuff, that's what the kids always love South America and Latin America more because we were outside in the rainforest and adventuring and swinging on things and all kinds of stuff. So there is that. Utrecht. Yes, Utrecht's one of those ones I'll be stopping in. If I do that Northern Germany one, I'll be in Amsterdam, Utrecht, and Groningen in the Netherlands as well. So, yeah. My favorite place in the Southeast, that would be Savannah, Georgia. So Adam, because you've asked 9 times, be careful. Hey, Adam, don't send the same questions lots of times because sometimes YouTube will ban you for that. They'll say you're spamming, and then you'll be getting to put in a timeout either by YouTube or by one of the people that are moderating and stuff. So be careful with that because if your channel gets like binged too many times, then you won't be able to comment on stuff. So heads up, buddy. If you're in Arkansas now, for hot springs for a couple days if you want to go into spas there. But in the Southeast, my favorite place is Savannah, Georgia, Charleston, North Carolina, New Orleans, Louisiana, Gulf Shores, Alabama actually has amazing beaches. I think they're probably a little chilly now, but I don't know where you're from, Adam, but they that's pretty nice. It's a different thing. Where else? Oxford, Mississippi. If you're driving that, you're not driving that way. If you're in Arkansas, you went straight down. I would go Natchez. I would go to Natchez, Mississippi, and New Orleans. Those are ones you could go down to. Relatively easy for you. Henry, my friend, thank you very much for the super chat. Mark, why do you think trips are so expensive? There's a 7-day trip to Portugal that's over $3,000, not including flights, airport transfers, or food. I'm not sure it's worth it. What are your thoughts? I wouldn't pay $3,000 for that because there's enough videos online for me. You can figure it out on your own. I would imagine. Here's the thing. Hold on. Okay, Liam will be arriving in 30 minutes. So I have 20 minutes left here. So with this, anytime you go on, here's the thing, people. Whenever you do a trip, a planned trip, you are paying for them to take care of all your worries. Okay, you could book all these things. I mean, 7 nights in Portugal. If you're in a good place, like the nicest places, don't even go like to 200 euros. So that's not even the hotel, and the trains and buses are not expensive at all. So I would say for that, they better have some really damn good guides, really giving you stuff. But I think part of it is some people, for all the information that's out there on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, a lot of it is just inspiration to go. They don't tell you how to do it anymore. That's why we've been putting out a lot more videos, especially you're going to start seeing, starting the first of the year here. Insider thing, Walter's World Shorts is changing the first of the year. Right now, it's just some reviews and then chopped up old videos. Starting the 1st of January, every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, there's a brand new tip, but it's specifically filmed like in the vertical video form, and it's going to be different places, different things. That's going to be on there because I've seen there's not a lot of really good travel tips. Like they all give the same stupid hack. It's like that's what ChatGPT gives them, and they all do the same thing again and again. Or there's the read the comments to see what the true secret hack is, and they're like wandering down an alleyway. I'm like, sometimes you have good tips, sometimes they don't, but it's all the same. So I'm like, look, let's just get stuff out there. So that channel is going to be about a bunch more tips. out there. I've filmed, let's see, I've got 351 of those vertical videos that are specifically for that. That's going to be going on that channel. That's not kind of what I'm going to be filming. And the thing is, though, that channel, that's why I don't put a lot of shorts on Walter's World, because they don't get seen. They actually do just as well on the shorts anyway. So I just put it over there for that. But we'll do those. Yeah. One thing I would say is anytime you're going to do a tour, read the reviews, and if they can filter it by your demographic, like if you're a family going, if you're a single guy going, these are going to help you out. If you're going for business, for fun, there is that. India. Yeah, India is one of the ones, Jim. Hey, good to see you, Jim, here. India is one of those places we're going to go for. I want to go for at least a month. Like that would probably be one. So Caleb's a junior in high school. So I can't take him out. Like back in the day, I could teach the kids everything. But now he's in geometry. And you ever see those things where like the kids and the dads are like, oh, I'm like, nope. You got teachers for that. So that's one of those things. Because I can't go in the summer. I will melt. It would not be healthy for me. That would not be healthy. But that is one of those things we're looking at doing. Like if I could do it where like the whole family goes for like 2 weeks and then the kids come back for school, then I stay for 2 more weeks and film. That's what we're looking to do. So fast guide tips on Finland. I have don'ts, shocks of Finland, don'ts of Turku, don'ts of Helsinki. I'm actually going back to Finland next summer. I'll be filming more stuff when I'm there. I have a lot of vertical travel tips for Finland. I'll be coming up on the Shorts channel next year. There's a lot of them on there. I think I filmed like 25 there when I was there last summer. And there'll be more because I'm filming more. One thing I'd say is Helsinki is expensive. But when you get to the other parts of the country, it's like traveling around the U.S., to be honest. Like it's the prices. I'm not shocked by anything. It was only in Helsinki where I saw that. Better to go in the summer and spring, late spring, because what you'll have is you have lights so long that you can really enjoy your travels until literally 11 o'clock at night versus when you go there in the wintertime. I mean, I lived in Finland and I have a picture of the town square in Turku and it's 10:30 in the morning and it's still dark. Like that makes it a lot more difficult. Like I would have gone there. I would have had a Finland, Sweden trip for this like January trip, February trip. But I'm like, with it being so little daylight, I can't film. Like, and that's one of those things now I'm really seeing, like, I'm really more passionate about getting videos made that are going to help people travel better because I'm seeing so many bad travel videos out there now. It's just like the ones that are going to get people arrested, thrown off airlines. I mean, I feel bad. Best guy. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So I hope that helps with that. But yeah, like next summer. Yeah. So there's that one. What I would do. Here's an easy way to do it. You could fly into Oslo, go up to Bergen, then you can take the train down and you can go to Gothenburg in Sweden. And then once you get to Sweden after Norway, Sweden seems cheap. Gothenburg is super nice. Go to the like Lonköping or something around the lakes, then go to Stockholm. From Stockholm, stay there, have a good time. Good city, fun city. Then you take the ferry over to Turku, or you could take the ferry to the Åland Islands, the islands between Finland and Sweden that are part of Finland. You can go there and then continue on with the ferry to Turku, the old capital, see that, then take the train over to Helsinki. Then from Helsinki, you can go down and take the ferry down into Tallinn and fly out from there, or just come back up to Helsinki and fly from there. That's what I recommend. Paul, wow, dude, thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Could you please write or post about your time management? I have no idea how you make the time to travel and do your teaching job and be a father, husband, family man. So actually, hold on. I have a video on that. I did it more for my students. I'm going to share. I don't know if I can share the link with you, but this is the link for what I put for a full-time job and traveling. Might not have as much to do with like as we're older, but it gives you some of the ideas. One of the things that I do is I do plan, like I get the kids' school schedule as soon as they know. Like I'm literally that parent that's already asking for next year's school schedule. So I know when parent teacher conferences are, when they get those days off, when is that, what holidays are they celebrating? So I can actually plan around that. So then I'm like, okay, see what's there. I actually also ask, hey, when are the pre-SATs and when is the standardized testing? So I don't plan trips around those dates so that I can make sure extra day or so, I can do that. And what I'll do is I'll plan our bigger trips. I'm a professor as well, so I do get summers off, and I do have a month at winter. So like that, Paul, like full disclosure, that gives me extra time. So like what I'll do is when the kids are still in school and I'm out, I'll actually go for like 2 weeks. Like that's why these trips I'm saying, the Germany, the France, Italy trip, I'm doing those when the kids are back in school, because then I can go and then I really can focus on filming versus, because when I've traveled with the kids, I literally get up in the morning. I get up like 6. I've already scouted out location to film at, but I've got my stuff written. I've been doing my research. Everything's ready. So I'll go and I'll film in the morning. That's why you don't see a lot of people sometimes behind me, because usually in the morning the tourists aren't out. Tourists don't pop up until 10. So I literally will film from, like I'll get up at 6, get ready. I'm out the door at 7, 7:30, filming at 8 until about 10. And then I go back, get the family because they're all ready. Then we go do tourist stuff. It may be like we stop at a park or have something, I might film something. Like if you ever notice, there's videos where there's parts where it's me, like I'm holding my camera and doing it, and not me talking, like having the camera on the tripod. That's what I figured. Other things while we're going around, I'll just film a little bit, because when the kids were little, I did too many where I would literally stop our trip and film the video at a spot. And I was like, that's not working. And so I would do the morning, do my filming, and then I had the whole day doing our stuff together. And then the evening time, they let the kids have a chill out break. I go film maybe a little bit something in the afternoon if I do a spot. That's why sometimes you'll notice sometimes around rush hour when I'll film it, like there's the Street Eats of Paris video. I filmed like because everybody was back in the hotel just chilling, and I'm like, hey, I'm heading out. So there's that. So Paul, those are some things there. And thank you for the super chat. I mean, you all don't know, these things make a difference. Because it is like I was talking to Caleb about how these things work. He's like, "Oh, you're doing a company?" No, yeah, it pays for our trips, but literally it pays for the trips because the stuff is expensive. Like that's why I was like, I would love for my Professor Walters channel to get the size of Walters World, because the Professor Walters channel, I could just film it like with this in the background. I can just film my library. It's no big deal because there's no overhead. Whereas when you travel, you all know it's not free. That's why I get so pissed off when all those people are like, you can travel the world for free. Look how I do it, and they try to sell you some BS, like class or whatever. You're like, yeah, you get free case for your phone and you got to do all this work for people. So yeah, so you're getting all kinds of behind the stuff. Thanks, Carl, or Paul. So I hope that helps. Henry, my friend, thank you again for the nice super chat. For your great knowledge, Mark, do you know if France and England got the bed bug problem under control? Will things be better by next spring? Yeah, I think here's the thing. Bed bugs are all the time, everywhere. It's just when they want to write about it. Okay. Now, you could do the conspiracy theory. Maybe they're doing that so then the tourists don't come. So therefore, they don't have to be mean to the tourists. They just say bed bugs. It's like rats in the restaurant. I don't know. I'm still going to France. I'll be, I'm not worried. Because you know what? I have just as much chance of getting them like at my local hotel when I go when I'm on a road trip around the US. If I decide to go to Milwaukee, who knows? It could happen. So that's one of those things there. The Hobson, any tips for going to Australia? Do it. Not like, yes, there's a lot. Make sure every morning you shake out your shoes. That's all I'm going to say. Save your life. It's not like, yes, there's a lot of things that'll try to kill you there, but they won't try to kill you. Also just want to leave you alone. And don't mess with the kangaroos because, man, they can be mean. They can be mean. Oh, you always mean Finnish travels in Central Europe. So the Finns, I used to see them a lot I saw them a lot in Japan. I saw them a lot in Japan. I saw a lot of them in China. That's where I noticed them the most. So, let's see. You're very welcome. Yes, for those who don't know, the comments you all see going by are different than the comments that I see going by. So I apologize for that. Let's see. So the email, yeah, you can just look on the more info on the about page here on YouTube, or you can DM me on Instagram. That works too. Yeah, never do late wake up morning. Yeah, mornings are great, Lori. You're 100% because then you can get out there and go have stuff. Yes, yeah. Can you tell Lonely Planet was my go-to? So here's the thing: Lonely Planet's what I always use when I first started traveling because they have great maps. For knowing good background, National Geographic is really good for understanding the culture. I also always read the history section of every country before I go because it really helps me explain stuff. Rick Steves, really good for local restaurants when you're going places, but his maps totally suck. They're not because it's like hand drawing, and that's just his kind of thing. But they suck. Like, got to say that. But his restaurants and hotels, you want local restaurants and hotels, very good. Also, if you're looking for a tour guide for a place, he has tour guides in his books. I recommend their tour guides. His stuff, his people, top notch. I can't say anything bad about the stuff he's made. You're available to a lot of people. So good job, Rick. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm glad I can be a little shiny light here at UIUC. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. France, I see that. Like, there's everybody's voting for everything. Sorry. Oh, Andrew, thank you very much for the super chat. Doing a trip from Amsterdam to Bordeaux, perfect. In the middle, where should we make home base? Think about Colmar, Strasbourg, Freiburg. Okay, so they're all right next to each other. The bigger city one, to make it easier to go to day trips, I would stay in Strasbourg. And I have a video on the day trips of Strasbourg because you can go over to Freiburg. You can go down to Colmar. Colmar's like 45 minutes. You can go on the same train goes all the way down to Basel in Switzerland. You can do all those. For prettiest town, Colmar is the prettiest town, but it's a little more complicated if you want to go to Freiburg, and it just takes more time, but it's so worth it. My mom wants us to go back down there because we have family. Actually, we went to our family church in Colmar that my it's like 4 back great grandma's was at. And then in Strasbourg, 5 back, like the aunt or whatever, like their churches in Strasbourg. So we've seen those things there. But yeah, I think Strasbourg, just because it's a bigger city, you're going to have more options. And it's going to be easier to do the day trips. If you want to be like, I just want to chill out in a small French town that looks like it's from Beauty and the Beast, then do Colmar. Freiburg is going to take you too much to go to the other things. They come over. Freiburg's cool. The day trip's worth it. Going up to the top of the mountain there and going to the beer garden. I always love doing that. The mistakes. Oh, if you watch the mistakes of Germany, I just put out last month. That was filmed in Freiburg. And part of it's the beer garden. The don'ts of the beer gardens, that was filmed at the beer garden on top of the hill there. So those things should help you out. I've got a video. I have a don'ts of Freiburg, don'ts of Strasbourg, don'ts of Colmar. I have an eats of Strasbourg and an eats of Alsace. That'll help you out. So you should be good, my friend. So Hans headed a journey for a heritage trip. Any tips? Take in the architecture of the normal people. Like, I'm from Illinois, and we had a German Heritage Society, and there was all this part of town that was like, oh, it's the German Historic District, and I didn't catch it until I was in Bremen, and I was going around northern Germany. I'm like, my God, this looks like my hometown, or at least that part of my hometown. It's because the Germans, they came over and they built what it looked like back home, and so you might see that. So that's kind of a cool thing there. Yes, the Lonely Planet guidebooks for kids are good. We have some of those too. Japan, yeah, we've been to Japan. I had a great time when I was there. Eric, 10% in London if you're going to be going to a restaurant for tipping. So, Gay Blast, I guess, great steak. First, hey, Mark, hi. If my France trip isn't focused on Paris, is France road trip friendly? Yes, it is. But what I would do is I would take that train from Paris to the region you want to go to, and then rent the car there and explore, drop it off, take the train back into Paris when you fly out. We've done that for Normandy, Loire Valley. We've done it for Provence in the south. It just makes life so much easier. Bordeaux, totally do it. The only time it's really insane is like you're in a big city like Lyon, or you're in a big city like Paris. Driving is not fun. So there's that. Hey, Lori. Again, April, travel Greece, then to Italy, Rome, then Florence. Week and each depends on day trips. So Rome doesn't have as many day trips as you'd think. You have to go a little bit farther than you expect. Florence has a ton of day trips. Lucca, Bologna, Pisa has, yeah, Tuscany stuff. Do a food tour and do a food class when you're in Florence, because there's a bunch there that you can do at Rome also. So you got that. You're very welcome, Gabe. Steve wants to know. Why, thank you. Anita and I want to know what your thoughts are where to travel with a super young baby. So we traveled out everywhere you want to go. Go where you want to go. Doesn't matter because it's a little baby. You can take him with you. And you just taking the milk with her everywhere you go. Like Jocelyn's just breastfeeding all over Europe. People are like, wow, that's a little baby. Like Liam was 6 weeks. We're traveling. So you can go anywhere. But what I would say, if you want people that are going to be super, because I'm going to guess you're not going for a little bit, but it's going to be under one. You want where people are going to be really nice about babies. Italy, they freaking lose it with babies. They're like, stop. You have a baby, front of the line. Can't go wrong with that one. So yeah. So Middle East countries, yeah, there's a lot I'd like to go to. We actually went to Israel and Jordan this summer. I loved Israel, loved Jordan. I want to go back to Jordan. I go back to Israel too. Like obviously not right now. We're not going to be putting out the Israel and Jordan. Well, the Jordan video might come out in the spring, but the Israel videos we're going to hold on for a while just because this is not obviously what's going on. But there's other ones I do want to get to. I will like friend of ours, their son is marrying a girl from Lebanon, and we want to go to their wedding in Lebanon. But I don't. Well, they're still young, and we're like, you still have time. You guys can still date for a little bit longer. You don't need to get married this early. So, but there's that. I think that's everything works out. Maybe a 2025 will be in Lebanon. Then there's the Qatar stuff. I want to do that. Then there's all like that's not a problem. Like I would love to go down there. So that's on the future trips for sure. All right, I'm gonna have to go pick up Oman. I had some friends that just went to Oman. They really liked it. So there's that. So yeah, there's a lot of places we go down there. So I have no problem. Let's see. Oh, thank you very much, Jim and Harriet. What you say has been your biggest challenge you have faced on your trips and filming? The biggest challenge. I think when I first started, there wasn't a lot of people doing this, and so like people looking at me and walking in front of the camera and looking at the camera going, what is this person doing? Now people know what you're doing, but back in the day they didn't. Or the people that try to like mess you up while you film. Like now I can just close people off and I can just focus on the camera and talk to it. That's why sometimes you notice I'm really intensely looking at the camera because I'm trying not to look at the people that are behind that are trying to make me laugh. That's something. Also finding the time to film when I was when the kids were little. Like I wish I would have, when I was trying to figure out what videos worked, I would film tons and tons of videos, not knowing what. So I wasted a lot of like travel time and times with the kids, and I feel bad now. Like all parents do. I should have spent more time with the kids when they're little. Well, I did. I spent a lot of times, but we wouldn't be able to do what we do now if I didn't do then. It's that give and go. Like I'm really glad when the kids were like 5 or 6, when Liam was about 5 and Kayla was about 11, 10, I realized about the film in the morning to let them have the morning, do their stuff. And then also let the kids have a break. That's where we started doing apartment rentals so they can go back and hang out in the apartment for an hour or so. And I go film for an hour, Jocelyn, or Jocelyn goes shopping. And then it really worked better. We can have a much better family experience. So thanks, Jim and Harriet. Thank you for the super chat. Steve, your honeymoon and baby moon tips were the best, and we will definitely look into Italy for our baby's first trip. Which thing do you recommend? Also, baby's name is Katie. Kate, oh, that's a cool name. So for baby Caden, let's see. So for you, you're gonna like since they're little, because here's what happens when they get about 3 to 5, like museums or just 3 to 7 museums. Usually, kids are like on board. Go to the museum stuff, hit the Romes and Florences. That's gonna be easier. But I wouldn't like Florence. I wouldn't stay in Florence. I would stay in Lucca. We stayed in Lucca when Liam was a baby. Literally, they're like, "Well, hold the baby, you eat. Don't worry about it." They were taking Caleb to the back to show Caleb how to make. He was 5, and they were showing him how to make pasta. Like. Be ready. Like they'll help the nonas, the grandmas will totally help you out, Steve. So Jay, I've not been to Utah. My mom goes a lot. She's big into genealogy, so she goes there. So I'll probably go with her sometime this spring, actually. Balkan countries you visited, like former Yugoslavia stuff. So I've been to Croatia, Slovenia, Montenegro. I want to get to Serbia. That's one of the ones we get the most requests for. That might be something I do this summer. Getting there, Serbia, and I want to get to Albania. That'd be fun to get down to. So those ones on there. Azerbaijan and Georgia, they're on the list. Like that's what people think. Oh, you haven't gone there, so you're never gonna go. I just haven't gone there. Like, I have a day job. I have a family. I have a business to run. Like we help support. I mean, because we have all kinds of people we pay, and like we literally support 9 families running Walter's World, our family and 8 other families. So like I have to think like what's going to work so I can make sure that I can still keep my editors working, keep my, the people helping with my blog, like keep the money flowing for them too. And that's one of those things when you like, it's one of the, like during COVID, like I didn't stop paying my editors. I just gave them old videos. I'm like, hey, edit this, because I knew that their bills weren't stopping and because my bills didn't stop. So I was like, look, let's just get people keep going, keep going. That's why like the super chats and the memberships, they make a difference. Like they do make a difference in terms of me helping this business continue going and making the videos, but also helping out the families that we're supporting with all these things. So I just want to say thank you to all you to help us really help other families. So thank you for that. So, all right, I got to get going. I got to pick up Liam from camp. So thank you all. Remember, vote. Go on to youtube.com/WaltersWorld. Go to the community tab. That's where I have the trips listed. Okay, so we'll see what's there. We'll go from there. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you all with the super chats too. Everybody, you do make a difference. And the likes, the views, sharing your videos. If you know someone's going to go travel to a place, send them our video on it. They're going to know you know that they're going to be better off. And if they have a bad time, you're like, I sent you that video that should have told you. And then you get out of their conversation and complaining. Anyway, I wish you all the best. I want to say thank you to everybody. Thanks for joining this really quick live. Just kind of was like, hey, you know what? Jocelyn and Caleb are out. Liam's at a camp. Let's talk to my other best buddies, fellow travelers. So have a good one. Bye, Katie. Good to see you. Everybody have a good one. Bye.